Here's what wasn't in the Chancellor's speech, but...
Guys, I really want to bring your attention to this video that I have come across on X, because this is a very, very important part of the budget that we were not told about, that Rachel Reeves, on purpose, excluded from her speech because she did not want us to hear it. They've had enough stick as it is for raising taxes on working people that they thought, we won't mention this one because this is, quite frankly, a very, very obvious tax on working people, young working people desperately trying to get their foot on the housing ladder, and they just didn't tell us about it, which I think is pretty unprofessional, to be honest. They needed to be honest with the country. We're fed up of Labour lies, and this, you know, you may not say it's a lie, but they kept this a secret from us on purpose. It's hidden away in the budget document, but this could have a huge, huge impact on people trying to buy a house. And if you are thinking of buying a house in the future, watch out, because you could be paying thousands and thousands more. Listen to this explanation of the bit of the budget that we were not told about by Rachel Reeves.
Was in the budget documents. In England and Northern Ireland, the stamp duty thresholds are to be cut on the 1st of April 2025. We wait to hear about Wales and Scotland, but they do often follow suit. So why wasn't it in the speech? Well, because the last government had increased the threshold at which you pay stamp duty, and it was planned to come off, and the Chancellor didn't decide to continue the old thresholds. So in reality, stamp duty thresholds are coming down. I'm going to pretend this is a touch screen like you've got over there. Yay, look at that. It isn't. These are the new stamp duty thresholds. Let's look first for non-first-time buyers, okay? So what is happening in April? Currently, you do not pay stamp duty on the first £250,000 of the property you buy. From the 1st of April, that will drop down to the first £125,000, and then on gap up to £250,000, you will pay 2%. What that means here is for everybody buying a property over £250,000, you will pay an extra £2,500 stamp duty on any property you buy above that level.
Hang on a second. So, first of all, the average house price in the UK, I believe, is now 310 grand. So chances are, if you're buying a house, you are going to buy a house that costs over 250 grand. So the Labour Party is going to be charging anyone looking to buy a home who's gonna, you know, most of them are going to spend over 250 grand. They're gonna have to cop up an extra 2.5 grand, and we haven't been told about it. They kept it a secret from the budget. Well, I know why, because that 2.5 grand is a bloody big tax on working people who have worked and worked and worked hours and hours on end to try and save up for a deposit in this era where it is so hard to buy a house, and now they're just being slapped with an extra 2.5 grand that they've got to save up on top in order to buy a house. What does Rachel Reeves do? Keep it a secret. Yeah, nice one, mate.
Then for first-time buyers, there are two changes. First of all, you currently don't pay stamp duty on the first 425,000. That's dropping to 300,000. And then, currently,
Another
you pay
big
5% up to 625,000. That is dropping to 500,000. And now, above 500, not 625, if you're buying a house above that, you don't get any of this first-time buyer relief. Ignore that. You move over here. Now, what that means in practice is for someone buying a property of £425,000, I think from memory, let's work it out, you're going to be paying £6,250 more stamp duty from next April than you are right now. For someone buying a property at 625, because you're now over here, you're going to be paying £11,250 more stamp duty. So if you are looking to buy right now and you're in the process, you want to get it done before next April, because it is going to get a lot more expensive.
I mean, that is going to have a huge impact on anyone thinking of buying a home. And, you know, he was talking there about having to pay an extra over 11 grand if you're trying to buy a property that costs 625 grand. Now, I mean, where I live, I've been looking at how much a one-bed flat would cost. You know, I'm not talking about getting a mansion here. I'm talking about a one-bed flat. And those are about 600 grand each, 600 grand plus each. You know, to think, you know, it's going to take me ages to save up for a deposit to buy just a 1-bed flat around where I live. Now let's think, oh, I've got to wait and save up an extra 11 grand as well. I mean, it is just absolutely bonkers. Now, if you're thinking of buying a house, let me know in the comments. Let me know if this is going to affect you. Is it going to put you off buying a house? Is it going to mean that you panic to buy a house before April? And it'll be interesting to see what happens to the housing market as a consequence of this. But at the end of the day, whether you think this policy is reasonable or not, maybe you thought it was time for this to happen, but regardless, Rachel Reeves, she should have told us in her budget speech. This absolutely is another tax on working people, and they didn't want us to know about it. Absolutely disgusting. I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you press the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. I'll see you all in the next one.